right. Somebody say something.
Hi.
Hello,
Nice. All right, let's go.
my heart frolics.
As always, let's begin with a quick recap of what happened last session. So it's been a lot of traveling happening. You explored the western side of Barovia, but after you had some dealings with some forest folk, with werewolves and people on the town of Kresk, you finally made your way back to the town of Valaki, where you heard some disturbing news about what was happening here. People were banding together to try to start a charge against Strahd von Zarovich in his castle. So, some particulars were happening between some members of the group, but what unfolded was Percha going to the blacksmith, and while looking for Felon, she spoke with the man there, Piercing and Zaya, his comrade, and she discovered that it seems that Piercing and Zaya were part of the group that were trying to build something here. Even invited the group, now that you know, to go there and join the meeting. Maybe together you could do something. And of course, the group was separated at the time. Some were conversing, others were buying things, and others were missing. But after that was done, you conversed, found first Kida, and Kida found Felon alongside the Percha. And you had a deep conversation of what means to be here in Barovia and what needs to be done. It was all said and done. You converged, and there were decisions to be made to where to go, what to do. But the meeting was during the night, and you waited until it was time to meet with the people that were planning on going against Strahd von Zarovich. You met them in the alleys at the back of the blacksmith, close to one of the houses there, and you seen as not only Piercy and Zaya were there, but also Ernst Larnack was also there, and a lot of people from Barovia that you've seen here and there. They started to explain to you that they should band together, that you should go with them and charge against Strahd von Zarovich so he could be defeated. After all, you were able to do something about the town of Alaki, so the next step should be taking down Strahd von Zarovich himself. But some of you, Percha the most, put some sense into the group, convincing them that Strahd is way more dangerous than they realize, even giving examples of what he would do to people that defied him. It was enough to convince them. It was enough to put them on a thought process there regarding what to be done. Maybe it is right to stay here, since they are just common folk. Do not try and fight supernatural beings. So you were able to convince them, but Strahd von Zarovich was there. He already seemed to know what was happening and talked to you. He even explained to you how he doesn't have a plan to do anything with the town as long as they stay here, as long as the Ents do not go looking for sugar in the castle. He even showed you the chopped up heads of the elves that were doing just that, but weren't able to keep doing it. And Percha promised that she would be the one that would keep them in check so they wouldn't attack the castle. And if things came to shove, if that actually happened, well, she would be the one to pay the price. It was a long night. You realized what is at stake here, and you still have many quests to be done. But you went back to the inn to wait out and to rest. And rest you did, after some of you conversed amongst yourselves. Dealings with Jenny Green Teeth were on the table, and how bad things are here, alongside the connection with Ezra of the Mists, and the newfound belief that Clint has been guided by Galen. Now that aside, you slept soundly, and it is a new day here in Barovia, right? At least that's where we ended last time. I think you guys got a long rest, right?
I was about to say, no, we ended it on the fact that something bad happened and we all are actually upside down on the ceiling.
Can we not give him ideas?
I'm sorry.
Conrad,
But
I
yeah,
look to
it's a
you-
new day. What, sorry? What?
I look to you as a man, and I only have one thing to say. Bring it on.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
you guys are on the tavern now. Currently, I
Mhm.
would say, deciding what to do next. And one thing I will say here is, Percha, you realize that
Mhm.
Keita is not there currently. But you do find a note waiting for you.
I have a look at the note.
All right. I will send
Noticing
you the
that,
note here.
Noticing that Kita is not here, I lean over to Galen and be like, Galen.
Hey, Conrad, did you
Did I
about
what?
that time where I'm not even there at that point, I believe.
Oh, shit. I thought you were downstairs with me.
I'm outside with something.
Okay, I'm just gonna be sitting with Perk in the dining area, thinking about that weird connection with the magic that Strahd did.
Mm-hmm.
Noticing the contents of the note, I crumple it up. I'll stash it inside of my bag, and I'll just go ahead and put on a bit of a face of complete composure, just to go ahead and actually not be trying to stress about anything. And I'll just go ahead and grab some food. I'll go downstairs and grab some food and beverages, and try to keep a complete poker face the entire time.
Hey, Perkcho. I say, sitting at the table.
You're awake. Hey,
Yeah.
how'd you sleep?
Weird dream. Kind of had a weird experience during the dream.
We were fighting people, and there were a whole bunch of zombies and skeletons, and Strahd was there.
Yeah, but like Strahd was like channeling magic into us, you know? And it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It felt
That's
similar to my magic, you know? Kind of weird.
Yeah, but I do believe that Strahd's magic is a little bit different, and it's of the land, from what I can gather.
I'd cast a spell on you, but I'm worried that it will waste a resource I have.
She gives you a bit of a stern look and going, "Do you really want to do that?"
I wasn't gonna do anything harmful. I was gonna do like a little minor low level spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got nothing to do that with. I'm not gonna cast it. I'm sorry. I don't got many charges to do what I need to do.
It's going to be one cocked eye looking up as she just walks walks past to grab some food, a beverage, before sitting back down, and are waiting for everyone else to wake up because I don't know nothing about Galen being outside.
Oh, by the way, Galen's outside taking care of something.
Do you know what that something is?
I do not. I believe he informed me, but I did not understand it entirely, so I do not think I am the person to explain what he is doing out there. Also, I'm excited for my new armor.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a bit, but I'll grab a bit of the food and the beverage, and I'll just go ahead and go out to the window, out to whatever window I can actually see Galen, if he's out the front area or around the sides, to be able to go ahead and see what he's doing.
By the way, Eastwood will land on your shoulder perch as you leave.
She's not paying attention. She's trying to go ahead and eye out for Galen. Do I take note of where Galen is at the moment?
And you just see him doing something with his weapons.
Okay.
Ritualistically.
Ah, shit, I didn't do the ritual yet.
I'll start to walk back to Clint and I'll just try to say, well, at least he's not trying to talk with the heads yet. I think those are things that we need to be involved in. That's probably a good thing.
Agreed. What do you think it's like being just a head when you're reanimated?
I think... Personally, I would rather not think about the fact that you're getting reanimated with just your head. But if he's trying to go ahead and get questions from a piece of heads, hopefully you just speak and not feel the discomfort of not having the rest of your body.
But would you still be able to speak even though you don't have like any of the lungs and stuff to actually, bring in the air through the windpipes and all that to speak?
My understanding of how that spell works from the last time we seen it happen, I think there's actually no sense of actual breath going in. I think it's just the fact that it speaks. It's just the fact that it gains. You just go ahead and get whatever information out of it. It's like a tool of sorts, if that makes sense.
I guess that does make sense. Still kind of creepy that we can reanimate severed heads, but because
There's reanimating, because reanimating is a little bit different. You're making something come back to life temporarily for it to be snuffed out.
so re-killing them.
Well, in a sense, but it's only just us, them information about questions you want to know. It's like if someone went ahead and actually wanted to go ahead and ask you questions about the things that they want to know about you.
Like what?
Well, it could be anything, to be honest.
I'm kind of curious what questions someone would ask my severed head if they could reanimate it.
Again, not reanimated.
Clint is in deep thought, trying to be like, what questions would somebody ask my severed head?
And you just see her just using her fingernails because she's got a little bit sort of sharper nails. She's just stabbing into her food and she's just eating it as if it's just almost like small little bits of food that just fit on the nail and she could just eat it off the fingernails.
Eating sausage rolls.
Pretty much whatever it is.
Was just eating whatever the kitchen gave him. He just like.
I would imagine Polish fingers.
Clint just went like, I'll take whatever you got to eat. They just gave him whatever food from they cooked, and he's just eating that because he's thinking about his severed head.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and look in the direction of where Fallon, the room that me, Fallon, and Kira was sleeping in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cast the word message. I'm just gonna cast message and try and get Fallon to wake up. And I'll just turn and say, "Come along, dear. Food's ready."
She is awake and has been for a while. She is just sitting alone in the room, and she can tell that Kita didn't come back up last night, and she's just got a bad feeling in her stomach, and when she hears Percha, she just goes down, grabs her stuff, and will go downstairs and join everyone else.
And as soon as I do see Fallon, and it's within 30 feet, I will turn around and talk into her head, and I go, I know, and I know. And you're going to see a bit of a sad face as she's saying it if you clock her. But she's going to literally turn and say, I know. Just to connect.
Fallon just looks at her and goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's going to be the cocked eye moment there, just to turn, cock the eye.
Have you seen Kita?
With Kita last night, we were just talking about...
She walked out and didn't come back. Have you seen her this morning?
No, I haven't. But as soon as I finish that sentence, I'm going to speak into your head and go, she's gone somewhere. She was meant to go ahead and take me along with her, but she wanted to deal with this on her own. And I have to trust on the fact that she knows what she's doing. I hate it, but I have to trust that she knows what she's doing.
So you're telling me that she left in the middle of the night and left a fucking note?
Did she leave you a note, as I'm going to say into her head?
I mean, I assume she left you a note because she's not here, and you know where she is. And if she didn't come to bed, then she was never up in the room. Or, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe the two of you have your own fucking secrets now, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But either way, she's fucking gone, and she left without saying goodbye. Unfucking believable.
This is where Fetch is just going to give up on speaking to her head and go, look, whatever is going on, she's going to come back. You know this.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Where's Galen? We need to figure out where we're going.
He's doing his morning rituals with his weapons.
Okay. Well, once he's done, where are we going?
First I need to get my armor, because I got get some work done.
Okay.
And I think we decided to head for the strange sighting.
That's right. Alright, well, should we... I'm not hungry, so if you guys are ready to go...
Hey, Fallon, I got a question.
Yeah?
If your head was cut off and somebody spoke to, like, I don't know, I've been saying reanimate, but I know that's not the right word, but someone brought it back and asked you questions, what questions do you think they would ask you?
I don't know. Why did they cut my head off?
I mean, same reason someone would try cutting my head off.
That is actually a good reason. Why would... that is actually a good question to ask. Why was my head cut off?
My understanding of that of a spell that would be used to speak with the dead person is they don't speak to the person who killed them. So
Are they obligated to speak to the person that casts a spell,
no,
even if they
no,
were called? Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that they don't typically speak to the people who kill them.
Your
And
dad
about
was.
that point, I'll come in.
Hey, Galen.
So
Oh, guys, I got some weird news from that dream we had last night.
yeah, what the fuck was up with that?
Okay, so weird experience. Strahd's magic is almost kind of like mine's, but his is more like attuned to the land, and mine's more like an invasive species kind of feeling.
That's
wild.
unsettling, but all right. You having magic similar to the guy that wants us dead is not concerning in the slightest whatsoever.
Not
It could be
exactly.
worse.
Yeah, can always be worse.
What? That somehow you're doing magic that could be similar to Strahd to the point where maybe you're doing something that could be necromantic?
Oh, please, like I have the skill set to bring a corpse to life. That's way too surgical. I'm like,
Cocked eye, a cocked eye's just gonna pop up in her eye just to look at you in response.
what? It is. Like casting that teleportation circle. Those things that require serious thought and preparation.
Thought you had the means to intellectually do things.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want to do them.
Galen, do you think that
Huh?
before we talk to our new friends that we should get out of town first?
Uh, Probably. Which new friends?
That the
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 ones,
headless ones.
Ah,
or
bodiless.
the bot, I suppose the bodiless ones.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe we
probably
can get.
should.
Should we just go north?
Yeah, let's just grab my
Yeah.
armor before we head out.
Yep, we can do that.
Awesome.
And
I mean, I guess we can go
since
into the-
I'm gonna assume that since you and Kita are telling each other secrets, that you know where she is and that she knows where to find us. So
Yes. She knows where we're heading, so I'm assuming she is going to meet us up there after she's done.
great. Well, hopefully she doesn't get herself fucking killed in the process.
I lean over to Galen.
Petra has this look of intent to try to almost like wants to go ahead and just sort of reassure Fallon by giving her a bit of a hug to as such, but she's getting the feeling that Fallon might be a little bit unresponsive to that because she's probably a little bit pissed at Percha. So she kind of has that moment where the hand goes out to grab, but sort of retracts back.
Fallon will
And-
literally look at her and just say, "Don't."
But leans over
And
to,
she retracts back. And
but
she'll-
leans over to It's like, I think Fallon and Kita are fighting again. What do you think?
I'm right here. If you want to ask
Shit.
me a question, you can.
Are you and Kita fighting again? Because y'all seem to do that a lot.
Percha's gonna eye roll. As soon as you ask those questions, it's like, oh boy.
I wouldn't call it fighting.
I mean, you seem actively angry at Kita, and you seem actively angry at Percha, right?
Just because
And
I'm
y'all-
angry doesn't mean I'm fighting. I'm constantly pissed at you, but I don't yell at you.
In your defense, you also usually intend to shoot me with an arrow.
Okay, well, point being, I can be angry without fighting with someone.
Are you angry at Kita?
I think that question was asked and answered.
That's between
Why?
me and her.
Trying to express some level of concern.
it doesn't matter if I'm fighting with Kita or not because she fucking left, so.
And she probably just ran an errand. Come on, she'll be back probably in a couple days. You and her can talk, make up, and we'll all
Couple
move on
days.
to the real you.
Yeah,
Yeah, a couple
because
days.
people are known to survive a couple of days in this place on their own.
You never know.
Anyway, Kita and I disagree on what should be secret and what's not, and she left, so it doesn't matter.
And I feel like it does matter because it's bothering you.
If she gave a fuck about how I felt, she wouldn't have left.
If she gave a fuck about you, she wouldn't be here with you anyways. It's kind of like if I didn't give a fuck about y'all, I wouldn't have been gone. I wouldn't have been gone, but I give a fuck about y'all.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, she doesn't. She fucking left and didn't say goodbye. It's fine. I'm used to that. And she'll kind of just look at Galen as she says
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
Yeah, Glenn
that.
is starting to
I'm
notice.
I'm used to thinking that people give a fuck about me and then they leave. So I'll get over it.
I mean, I know
Should we
she's
go?
gone.
If it's any consolation, I feel like it was a mistake to leave you a note. I should have told you to your face.
Yeah, you should have. But
Well, that's the past.
even now, you can't tell me why. But maybe we'll find out where we're going.
Woo! Adventure awaits in the dark and nightmarish forests of this country.
You need to go get your armor, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I am probably going to die out in that wilderness without it.
All right. And shall we go?
Yep. I guess we go to
Just
get my
smiles
armor.
and follows along.
Fallon, would you like your armor again?
My armor?
The mage armor. Up table.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We can take 10 minutes and do that real quick, and then that way at least be a little tougher.
Cool. Thank you.
Or even.
I will go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself. If I can.
But look at everybody. They get all mage armor, and I'm just walking around town without any armor yet.
Well, you're going
Well,
right
look
next
at
door.
it.
I know.
Mine's only temporary compared to yours.
Yeah, but mine's also heavy as hell.
See, 2d4 is 8 plus that. So I also cast False Life as well, so I get my not 112. God, I wish I was getting that.
Wouldn't that be grand?
All right, so first thing you're going to do is going to the blacksmith. Is that it?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so let's go. You start to go out and you realize that someone is coming into the Blue Water Inn there. You realize that the one that's coming in right in the morning there is none other than our friend and truly, Ernst Larnack. He gives sly smiles as he enters, but doesn't say anything. You pass by. He starts climbing up as if watching what can be watched from above there. And as you leave, he just nods from the top.
I'll look
I'll
to
just
him
give
and
him a
I'll
nod.
Same.
All right. You do so, and you make your way out of the Blue Water Inn to the streets of Valaki. Right in the morning here. Right to your left there, as you leave the establishment, you see already the smithy. So, you make your way there and realize that early in the morning, it seems that work is already being done there. You make your way there and see Piercy and Zaya inside, waiting for you.
I enter and be like, "Hello, my favorite smithers."
Hello, good morning to all of you. A new day here, and happy to say that we are all alive. And thanks to you, I suppose. Thanks for coming. Put some sense, not only on my head, on the head of everyone involved, I suppose.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
That could have been bad, for sure. Well, I suppose you are here for the armor. Or is there something
Indeed.
else?
I look to the group to see if they have anything they want to get.
Well, I had an armor in stock here, and I suppose it could be best for you. Yours was a bit battered, and, well, let's say it was a bit hard to take that patch off. So I have something new. And you see as he takes an armor there that seems to be different from your scale mail. It seems to have plated shoulder pads, and the scale is quite intricate, and seems to be made of a material there that seems to combine steel and leather. It's a splint mail. Would you like to have it? The emblem
Yes.
is already on it. Of course, that's the only one I have. It was supposed to be used for one of the guards there. But, well, staying here, gathering dust. That's the least I can give you for helping us, even when we were wrong. Here, all yours.
Do you have any more silver arrows?
I might have some.
As Clint puts it on, he sees the emblem, and it's like, "Well, what do y'all think?" And he gestures to the silver sword surrounded by a sun, by like an outline of a sun. Eh?
Think. Looks good.
Yeah.
If you have any more silver arrows, I would take 2 more off your hands.
I may have some here. Let me see. See, as he starts to rummage about one of the things. You know, silver is a bit hard to come by, so those kind of things don't happen often. But, you know what? I do have some here. And I suppose it's best on your hands than mine. Consider it a gift for everything you've done.
Oh, wow,
Takes
thank you.
5 silver arrows.
Oh my god,
Use it
thank
to
you
you.
so much. Are you sure? Can I give you at least a little bit of money?
No, don't worry. Don't worry. We weren't
Thank
going
you.
to use it after all, and Zaya here seems to agree. And you see Zaya for one of the first times there, nodding along, as if she really believes that's the right thing to do.
Well, thank you very much. I'll be sure to put them to good use.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Well, that's enough for gifts, huh? Next time, I will ask for money.
course, absolutely.
If you don't
Well,
mind, I'll
is
take
there
another quiver.
anything?
With mouse.
A quiver? Sure. Let me see here.
It was 2 gold for the last time.
Yeah, sure. 1 gold for you guys. Go ahead. So you can remove 1 gold there and add. All right. Is there anything else that I can do for you here?
I'm all good, thank you.
Same.
I am better than good.
All right then. Well, if you ever need anything, you know where to find us. As for
Of
now,
course.
good luck out there, I suppose.
Thank you.
Thank you. You see as they just resume their work there as you leave the establishment with everything that you bought. So let's start here. You are back on the map on the outside there, and you can decide what to do.
Northward we go.
Works.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, before
So
we
you're
go,
going north.
Before we go, Clint snaps his fingers, his halberd and hand axe appear in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't have to say the word fetch.
Nope.
All right then. Let's see here. So you start to make your way northward into the direction of the strange sightings to the north. You make your way to the town here, and you see that people see you and regard you a bit differently than before. Some of them just have a smile on their face, even though their day is not going that well. And as you pass by, you see some people nodding about. Passing by, they watch your house that seems to be currently not being used. But you make your way to the north until you get to the entrance there. You see, as some of the guards see you approach, at first they squint their eyes to see who's there, but then, as they realize who it is, one of them promptly goes down and opens the gate. Hey, hi there. Good morning. Heading out?
Good morning. Yes, we're just checking out on a few things around the north area of the lake.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes. Well, good luck out there.
You too. If anything out of the ordinary seems to happen in town, can you let us know on when we arrive back?
If I'm here, absolutely. Yeah.
Good. Hopefully we're not away for too long.
All right then. Well, good luck.
Mm.
And you
She
start to
nods.
make your way out here, heading northward into the direction of a place you've been long ago. Lake Zarovich. Let me put you guys there as you arrive at the lake. As the preview. So you can see exactly where you are and the entirety of the place there. Let's go.
I'm so happy right now. I got better armor now.
Mhm.
All right, you are currently there. making our way from this place here, getting next to the harbor. The strange sightings were heard alongside the lake there in the distance. So, as you get here, tell me, what do you want to do?
Is there anybody like manning the boat like that's here or no?
No, this place is completely deserted, as it was before. No one seemed to come here.
Man, this brings back some memories, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hey, wait, didn't I drag you like through the lake?
I'm going to go ahead and say that someone was dragging the boat, but I think that might have been. I think I recall it being Kita in their wild
Think
shape
you're-
form pulling us behind, I think.
Yeah, maybe. So GM, are there any like boats that are there that seem seaworthy, like this one here, or
We could just walk around the big lake and get around to the other side.
Yeah, would rather do the
Would
walking.
take probably,
honestly.
yeah, we'll probably take a bit more time, maybe. Let me see here by the map.
okay? Okay, I was just asking.
No, it's that through the lake is of course way faster. Making our way around even by foot, it would take way more time. Let's see here. I can go here and see how much time would it actually take. Because the lake is
Okay.
extremely big.
Yeah,
You're
Sure.
going
And
from
second of all,
here
we-
to there.
And
It's
second,
going to be close to 11 miles, so less than a day. Going to there if you have boats, of course. It's not like you are going to be going around and doing stuff by foot there, swimming the entire lake. But of course here it's double, right? So everything here is double. So
second
around
of all,
here
we don't
would
know if there's
be
anything in the lake.
would be probably. Oh, sorry. I can go back here. That would be close to 40 miles, 80 miles to make your way around.
Hot damn.
Good God.
The thing
All
here
right.
is, going around is probably a lot more safer because if we went through the lake, we don't know if something's going to come out of the lake and attack us, and I don't think we want to go ahead and do that now, do we?
And there's not like a boat.
There are 2 boats there, yeah.
That's what I asked.
Sorry, I was taking the dog out.
That's fine. Doggos be important.
He's sick.
No.
Yeah. He's had to go out every 2 hours all day.
From this side, probably 90 miles. It would take you probably, let's say, 3 days at fast pace, going around. Probably a
I
bit
mean, if
more.
there's a boat, why don't we just go across?
Kind of what I'm saying, but Perch is saying there might be something down there that might try to kill us.
There might be something in the forest that will try and kill us, and at least
Actually,
the lake is faster. Whereas
Also-
3 to 4 days on land.
Also, I'd like to note almost everything in this country has been trying to kill us.
Exactly.
I just want
Yes.
that note.
So
I was looking at it
say,
from the fact of
go ahead.
I was actually looking at it from the fact of a known fact of yes, we know exactly there are things on land that can kill us that we know of, but we don't know what could possibly come out of the lake if we cross it.
I don't
mean-
think it's anything that we can't handle.
Yeah.
I
What do you
think
think,
Unknown
Gabe?
enemy versus unknown enemy. I was kind of thinking about that.
I'm kind of tired of the enemies we know.
Same.
Like,
What do you think, Galen?
I would rather us get this done as fast as we can, so we can keep going. the
Galen was
list of things we have to do in this town, in this land, keeps getting bigger, not smaller. So I am fully in the party of take a boat and get it done.
What do you think, Galen? Boat or go around?
Uh,
Cue the telltale music.
I'll go with whatever you guys think. Honestly, both one way's gonna be longer, but at least we know where the enemies will be coming from. We might not see the enemy coming up from the lake.
My other concern about going the long way is if someone does decide to come back, they will have a lot harder of a time finding us. If we go on
Alright.
land. Because
Alright.
I suspect that he would just turn into a bird and fly across.
Alright, let's cross the lake.
Party barge.
All right. As you make your way through next to the harbor there, you see that there are 2 boats currently ashore, tied by ropes. Same boats you used before, actually, at least some of you. But I would say that the one that really pays attention to something here would be Galen and Fallon, that seem to be quite proficient in handling those kind of things. You both see signs of blood next to the shore there, coming from the side and going to the direction of the jetty there, the small house.
Shit.
Do you think we should go
Blood
and
is
check
trailing.
this out?
You said the blood is trailing to the small house?
Yes.
Does it seem
Yeah.
fresh?
Can roll
Does it
investigation
seem
there.
fresh? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh.
Would it be survival to see how fresh it is, or would it be investigation?
That would
'Cause
be
I'll do
probably
two.
investigation. Survival is more to
Okay.
see where exactly it leads, where it's coming from,
I can do
how
the...
it goes.
Can I investigate also?
Sure. Looking on the ground there, looking for signs.
I might use my tactical mind if need be. Never mind. I got
Dang.
a 4. I'm
Alright.
smart, people. I'm smart.
More
I
than a
think
day,
you're lucky.
more than a day's old, less than 5 days, I would say. So between that range there.
So within a day to 5 days.
Should we check out the jetty before we go across?
Yeah, just in case maybe whoever's in there can tell us what killed them so we're a little more prepared. Or not killed them, or maybe they're dead. Whoever's in there can give us some idea of what hurt them.
I was gonna say attack, but yeah, hurt sounds good too.
In this instance, I'll look at Fallon, I'll turn and say, maybe you should use this as an advantage, and I grab myself and her, and I put ourselves invisible.
Holy shit!
Okay.
You're invisible.
Where
That way.
did they go? Those damn invisible.
She's
So I think theoretically, depending on how Conrad wants to look at it, because you are quite quiet, and if we do it the right way, I think this gives advantage. I think. I don't know.
No, does
Yeah,
not.
even if she's well, I mean, either way, whether she was invisible or not, Fallon would go stealthily, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does
This
not.
just
It
gives
never
you more.
does. Invisibility just allows you to try to hide on plain sight because you can't be seen.
Oh damn.
All right, you're quite stealthy, at least you believe so.
Wait, I thought you
Okay.
had advantage.
I will be.
And I'm
I will
invisible.
be heading. Yeah, and I will be heading up to the jetty as well to inspect the house. I will be going quietly as well. Mind you, I'm not good at this, but let's see what. Ooh.
Dang.
Better than our rogue.
She's not in a good mood. she's having a bad week.
Well, good news. There's something they get to kill when you're in a bad
I
mood.
will probably.
Wow.
I'm going to turn and say that I will. Is there a back door to this place that I notice as we're approaching from the side?
No, there's only one
of the-
door and no windows.
Okay.
That seems to be on the small harbor there that you see right here, this side.
Percha, do you want me to go first, or do you want to?
What do you mean,
I'll
Galen?
go first since I did the better roll. I'll take the lead.
What do you mean, Galen? Dude? The two of
You
us
guys
have-
can do whatever, but we're
Whatever
heading
you
up to
want.
the place.
Yeah,
You wanna
can,
go?
you can sneak up. You're just
You
not
wanna sneak-
invisible.
You want to sneak up, Galen, or you just want to straight up knock on the door?
I'll try to stealth up there, I guess.
I'm gonna stealth also. Two heavily armored
You are
people.
disadvantaged because you're wearing heavy armor, correct?
Yeah, we gotta do this with disadvantage because fuck
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. But I'll take it.
Dang.
Dang.
So 19.
Nice. All right.
I got a 4.
You see as Irina also follows you behind there. Let's see.
You could try stealth behind
I
me.
keep forgetting she's here. I feel bad.
I do
It's,
too.
it's normal
which is
because
why-
I can't really do much because I'm not a player, but she's currently tagging along. So, but she's doing fine.
Oh wait, who did worse, me or I'm the worst stealth person here.
But yeah, you approach
That
the
makes
place
sense.
there,
Agree.
and you'll hear some sounds coming from nowhere where Fallon is invisible, and all of you can quite ascertain exactly where she is. Sometimes she steps on mud and then starts creating a track, so
Clint
easy
is
to
straight up
find.
walking.
And Clint is just
Stealthy
like
as hell.
it's like a
He
bell. He has
He just straight up
100
walks
100
people.
bells around his neck there, it seems, because he's train everywhere.
He's just straight up walking to the front door.
All right. But yeah, you make your way there and you arrive into the jetty, into
Uh,
this small house
I am-
there that seems to be on Blake Zarovich.
And I will be looking out very carefully to make sure that I'm not. I'm taking notice of any movement or any sound coming from the place as we get closer, with Rust Bucket going ahead and actually clanging away.
All right.
That's my code name in the field, Rust Bucket.
All right, you do so. You make your way towards the house there. And roll me a perception there.
Everyone?
That would be Percha, the one
Me.
that asked for it.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Still pretty good perception.
Ooh, okay.
This
That's
is
okay.
14. There's no sound coming from inside, it seems.
Okay.
Um,
I will let one of the other two non-visible people open the door.
Clint will just knock on the door.
All right. You knock on the door. Nothing happens.
Hello? No response.
Well, shit.
Clint
Um,
opens the door slowly.
All right.
That's how he
What do you want to do?
does. I
Fallon
am
will, Fallon will go, once the door's open, she'll go on in.
Same here.
Clint just opens the door again.
All
He
right.
is-
You open
Yes.
the door, Clint, and it is at this time that nothing happens. You see inside.
God damn. God
There's-
damn you, Conrad.
You see that
That's your damn you.
there seems to be someone to the side, unconscious, bleeding from the belly, and seems to be holding there, but seems unresponsive. As soon as you look into it, despite the blood around the neck and few burn scars, you realize that it is the son of the Baron, Victor Valakovich.
Oh shit.
Victor?
I take notice of this. I'm going to run towards the body and I'm going to try to examine him.
You said he's
Oh, shit.
unconscious?
It seems to
Oh.
be. Which could mean dead, which could mean
Is he
unconscious.
is he breathing?
All right. You approach there, Percha, and you realize that he is breathing, but it's quite shallow, the breathing there, which means that he is in danger. His life
I'm
is
going to turn around and say, yeah, I'm just going to vocalize loudly saying he needs help.
I'll cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
That drops your invisibility.
That's fine.
Oh, wait, no. I'm the one that has the... No. You should... Oh,
does.
no, you wouldn't
It
be
It
does.
still
dropping.
drops.
It does.
It still
Yeah,
drops.
It does.
that's fine.
Yeah,
It's-
but-
now that if it's somebody that you recognize, she's not worried about that anymore anyway. So
Holy
She
shit.
doesn't
I
mind.
Right, Fallon. You do that, and you see as you cure wounds the boy there that seems to be maybe a youngster, 17, 18, 19 or so, that the wound starts to close a bit. His burn marks start to recede a bit, and his breathing becomes steadier. He's better, but still unconscious.
I'm surprised he's still alive.
Galen, do you have anything that could wake him up?
Wake him up? Probably not.
Can I tap his cheek to see if he wakes up?
Do what?
If I see you going ahead tapping his cheeks in any way, I just go ahead and whack your hand.
Hey,
Hit him.
hey Purchase, should I try the sternum wake up method?
I think that's what she would have been doing the whole time whilst to try to get him to wake up. She would have been rubbing his actual sternum to, like,
the place he was
get his
stabbed.
attention. No, just in the sternum, along the middle part of the chest where the chest is. Just
You
to
can-
do that
can-
whilst he got cure wound.
You can roll a medicine check there.
Hey, I'm the one that came up with it. It should be me.
She's the one
Yeah.
that's doing this stuff.
I said, hey, should I? She takes it.
Yeah, it's speed effort.
Well, it's not weird. You shouldn't be talking with me. You should be talking with Berta.
It's a team effort. Berta, roll with advantage, girl.
Do I roll with advantage?
No, because I don't have proficiency.
Damn
Oh,
it.
damn.
But I do have
don't
plus 5 in it.
10. No, 7. That was a... Oh, I read that. I thought that was a 9. My bad. Ooh. I'm grabbing too hard. I'm being too vigorous.
You see a murmur. You hear a murmur coming from him, like it's hurting Perch, because you're not doing that bad,
Okay.
that well. But
Do you want me to try?
Hands, my hands move away. You see the rubbing stop because basically my invisibility wouldn't have dropped from that.
He looks disappointed.
Yeah. So I guess I'll try it if Conrad will allow it.
sure.
You could also slap him awake.
Yeah, probably.
All right. He seems to be quite battered and exhausted by the looks of it. Might have been without sleep for several days or even exerting himself for quite a while to get to this point. You see signs of some of its clothes being tethered and watered, wet. And you realize that what he needs is a bit more rest and a bit more heal.
I'm gonna talk into his head to turn around and actually because he has heard my voice before. So I'll talk into his head and I'll go ahead and say, "Oh my god, I've forgotten his name already."
It's the brat.
That helps. I'm just gonna turn and say, "Hey, hey, you alive? You awake?" I'm gonna be talking to his head. Hopefully he'll go ahead and make some sort of noise or murmur sound just to react to the fact of what he hears.
I mean, he's unconscious at the moment. I don't think he can answer.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna slap him?
No, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna detect thoughts and I'm gonna go ahead and get into his head.
All right.
He has to beat a DC 15. So my invisibility will drop as soon as I do it.
All right. Let's see here. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Wisdom save throw.
All right.
I believe this kid will succeed.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Why did you jinx it?
Say they
All right.
they don't
What's the DC there?
It does
15. Can I silvery bobs him?
Sure.
Or should he have disadvantage because he's not conscious?
Oh, sadly, I don't think you can because that uses a spell slot. I'm crazy. Oh yeah, it does. So
No, I
you
can't.
can't
Damn
use
it.
silvery barbs on that one.
Can I'm just gonna slap him awake at this point.
Oh god. Can I at least before the slap across the face happens, do I sense his thoughts?
Yeah, it's you hear you do hear a bit of the thoughts on the outside if you want to go for that one. Yeah, it seems there's their thoughts there for sure. He's alive, that's most certain. And the most things you hear is no, please no. All I want, it's like a dream he's having, maybe a nightmare of a sort.
By the way, Bertha, I'm going to Nick Cage slap him.
All right, let's see if he dies.
Nick Cage.
Go ahead and roll an attack there.
It's not
going to be a
it's
critical hit.
non It's non-lethal.
He's unconscious, so it's a critical hit nonetheless. Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll advantage.
Let me find my deal real quick. There it is with advantage. Attack. With advantage.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
And that's
Me-
about 5 points of damage I did.
6
there.
points of damage, 1 plus strength. So
Oh, yeah.
you see as his breathing starts to get shallow again. It's quite battered. And don't seem to be possible to do a non-lethal on someone that's on the verge of dying, it seems.
Let me fix that because I'm not dealing with it.
I'm sorry. I thought that would work.
I don't see how you think it would work, except for a drunk.
It's what it said in the brochures.
What's a brochure?
It was the thing I was given in my orientation day when I joined my mercenary group. It's when you encounter an unconscious person, slap them awake.
Alright, 26. And that's enough. He seems to have some of the wounds healed. Even the slap that Clint did there with someone that was quite exhausted, on the verge of dying, which even left a mark, starts to heal a bit. He's still battered, still hurt, but you see as he slowly opens his eye with much effort. Who is that? No, please no! as he wakes up.
I've been muted this entire time.
Relax for a second. Relax, it's okay.
But he wakes up. What do you want to do? Seems to be confused.
As soon as he wakes
and
up,
currently shouting, "Stop! Stop! No! No!"
I turn actually. I turn, say, "It's all right. You're safe. You're safe. Just open your eyes."
He opens a bit there, and after a moment, after the voice reaches him, his confusion goes away a bit, and he realized that he is amongst some people that he knows. Looks about, doesn't stand up because he's too weak to do so, too exhausted, on the verge of dying. But he opens his eye and says, "You, wait, what are you doing here?"
We noticed the blood trail going into here, and we found you in here. What happened?
What happened? Oh, where am I? He might still be there. He might still be there.
Who?
Where am I?
Who?
The man, the crazy man. The crazy man on the northern side. I thought he could help me. You know, like I told you before. The mage, the sightings. The one they told that was there. He is true. It's true. He is there, but he's crazy. He attacked me. He said I was a servant of the one that sits at the castle, and he's too powerful. I couldn't do anything. I could only run away. How am I alive? How am I alive? I swam.
You're
I swam
welcome.
for hours. You did this?
It's okay. No, we found you like this. We brought you back.
Thank you. I thought I was going to die. I swam for hours and hours until I got here. Hours. I thought.
Oh, you swam. Oh God.
I thought at any time I would collapse, but I kept going. I used all the things I could, all the spells I knew, to get as close as possible to here. But he's still out there. He's on the forest. He's crazy. He's just completely out of his mind.
What's his name?
I have no idea. He didn't answer. The only thing he did was to babble to himself and attack me. I swear, I saw meteors coming forth and destroy part of the land.
You saw him do that, or you saw it in?
I think it
your
was him.
head?
I was running away. I couldn't look behind me. I just ran as fast as I could. After the first time, he's just destroyed part of the forest with the strongest fireball I have ever seen.
Fuck. Okay. Well, do you have somewhere to go? Are you able to get back to town?
I don't think so. I'm hungry, I suppose, and I need rest. I can't even move. Look, and he tries to get up,
Yeah.
and
Easy. What do I have? Do I have anything?
Can you just... So he was a mage that attacked you?
I think so. He was dirty, and it's like he didn't bath for quite a while. In the forest there, I briefly saw him. He was too powerful.
Well, you're safe now. We're heading that way. We can maybe figure out what's going on.
I should be careful. He's like something that I never seen before. I should be really careful about it. And maybe he can still help me with with what
is
I'm
it that
looking
you need
for.
from him? What are you looking for?
I want to know if it's possible to create a teleport to get out of this place. That's why I went there, but he's completely out of his mind. As long as he's like that, it's impossible to do something.
I believe the Vistani can come and go. Have you talked to them?
I did. They can help me. It's not how that works. It's not that they can come and go as they please. They come and go as they please because Strahd allows it. It doesn't allow us. We can't go out. That's the truth of it.
Oh, I see. They can't take other people out.
But regardless, the men could probably help us. But
Well,
I don't know what to do. I have no spells on my possession that can help on this matter. I don't know if it can be helped. But it's...
why don't you stay here, rest. If Fallon has food on her, I don't actually know if she does.
I think I have some rations. It's kind of like
Yeah,
a
you have
granola
some
bar.
rashes there, yes.
I will give him one of my
Yep.
rations, which is a granola
So will
bar
Fallon.
and a beef jerky stick.
All right.
Fallon will also give him some.
All right.
Wait, she has a granola bar also?
I just have rations. I don't know what they are. Just
Hardtack, berries, little Polish fingers.
Like I said, granola bar and beef jerky.
I don't think that's it. You bought it here, right? It's jerky, crystallized fruit, and that's it.
Yeah. Whatever she's
Okay.
got, she'll give him some. Just stay here, rest. I don't think anybody's gonna bother you in here. It's
Just
been over a day since you got back, and we're the first people to find you. So I think that you'll be all right to wait here until we come back.
I
We need to
suppose
speak with this. We need to speak with this wizard ourselves. So
that's all I can do. I suppose I can't even stand up. And he tries to weakly grab your hand there, but be careful. He's too powerful.
of course, I think our goal is just to talk to him anyhow. So we'll tread cautiously. I know you've met my friends, but we haven't had the chance to meet. My name is Fallon. I'm sorry that these are the circumstances we're meeting under.
It's all right. I suppose it's all right. I'm sorry. I'm no condition to have a conversation right now. If
Of course.
can just allow me to rest a bit.
Yeah. Our friend, the blue one with horns. Do you remember her?
Yeah, I remember.
She might come this way. Will you tell her where we are?
I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And stay safe, and we'll be back soon.
All right. I'll be here.
Fallon will squeeze his hand and just stand up and kind of just tilt her head to the others if they don't have anything else to say to him, and she'll walk out.
Clint would be making his way to one of the boats to see which one could probably carry them all.
I will check around the house to see if there's any like blankets or something or pillows, whatever, to make a makeshift pillow for him to rest his head on and to cover him up so he can rest up
It's
more.
not necessarily a house, is it? It's like a
It's a boat.
storage shed.
Yeah,
boats.
but
It's
still.
a,
Yeah.
it's a meet between like a place to for the fishermen to rest and store stuff. So yeah, it's
Okay.
like
Got
that.
it.
So
It
I'll
seems to
find
be
all the things
unused for
necessary.
quite a while now. But yeah, you help him around. He just nods a bit there weakly in recognition. Goes to the side and go unconscious again. Seem to really be needing a rest there.
And before I leave, I'll just talk into his head and just turn and say, just rest up. Don't strain yourself. And she'll just close the door very gently before leaving.
Alright, you do so.
Once Galen comes outside, Fallon will look at him and just go, Galen, I know you said that you were told that this person we're going to see might be able to help you. Who told you that?
It came to my mind during prayer to Ezra in the church.
Okay, so not somebody necessarily that we can't trust.
Could be my own memories kicking in, or it could be Ezra sending a little signal to me.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel slightly better. I hate that I'm nervous going to talk to this guy now, but maybe it won't be so bad.
Yeah, maybe. You can just see he's distracted about something because he's realizing he might think he has something they might need. Like all these circumstances came together.
Clint, how are the boats? Do we need both? Do we need just one?
How do the boats look? Do they look like they can carry all of us with one, or do we need a couple?
Probably can do one. It's going to take several hours to traverse into the lake there, but one can hold 5 people for sure.
Oh yeah, we can take one, and I'm gonna look to the one that's probably not covered in. That probably looks the least messed up.
Well, he
And it's gonna
swam
take
back,
us-
so it should be okay.
I know, but I'm like, these have been left for God knows how long, and I'm trying to look for the one that's not looking like it's the most messed
Got it,
up.
got it, got it, got it, got it.
And I would probably aim toward a more clear area away from the sighting because it's going to take us a full day to get across.
Yeah.
So I'd probably be leaning more toward the west side of that particular section.
All right. I'll do the rowing. Y'all just help tell me where to go.
Alright then.
Gotta keep a watchful eye.
Yeah, same. Fallon's gonna keep an eye out on.
Same at 300 feet.
I will begin rowing.
Galen, do you want to maybe watch the land or sky, and I can watch the water, or how do you want to do this?
I guess I can watch the sky if you want to try to watch the water.
Okay. There we go.
Hell
Finally,
yeah.
something fucking useful.
Yeah, not so much.
Here comes my athletics.
I mean, to be fair, at least the
now I'll
the
use my
water is probably the more concerning.
I'll at least make it a 17.
Still better than the 12. I got a 22 on my athletics for rowing.
Alright then.
And as I'm rowing, I'm just saying like the row row your boat song to myself.
Yeah. You start to make your way towards the other side of the lake there. I'll put you guys on the map here to see exactly where you are. The small boat there, and then we can see how you get there. Let's go.
20 strength, baby. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do?
That's what we do with them.
All
Ah,
right.
Push him in.
that's brutal. That's brutal. I'm a sailor. That's brutal, people. That's
All right.
brutal.
So you start there, and where do you want to land?
I think
Um,
they
I
clearing on the
suppose just
west.
like straight across, like this area right here.
All right. Then let's go.
How much time would have passed between us traveling from Valaki to there and overcross to that lake?
Oh,
I think about it today, right?
surmising that no, the Lake Zarovich is like 20 something minutes away, and by
Oh,
the time you
so not long at
spent
all.
talking until the time you got there, close to an hour until this point.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the lake is not that far from the town, as you can see here. It's just
Right. And crossing
miles
the
away.
lake is going to take how long?
With the boat, and if you take turns
Probably
there,
a day.
going
I can keep the rowing going.
at the rowing there. No, it's not going to take a day at all. It's going to take, let's see,
Would it be
It's going
less
to
than
be
8 hours?
13 miles. It's going to be less than 8 hours, yes, for sure.
Nice. So we'll have some.
Cool.
We'll be able to walk a little.
Depending,
bit.
oh,
We'll
of
be able
course,
to stop.
depending on the speed, you are going to get there a bit sooner, a bit later. If you go slowly, you are going to use close to 7 hours. If you go fast, you use like close to 4 hours.
Tell me how
Up
fast
to
you
you,
want me to
Clint.
go.
You're steering the boat.
I'm going full. I'm gonna go as fast as I possibly can. This strange sighting might be something that Galen needs done, and it's gonna get done, and we're gonna check off some of those boxes. I'm gonna go as fast as I can.
I'd be like, take it easy. Don't need to take it too hard.
Okay. So, like I
Alright.
said, fast as I can. Fast as I can. Keep a good pace to cross.
All right, start to make your way there. Going as fast as you can, rowing and rowing. And the lake seems to be quite big. That's for sure. You spend time and time again rowing and rowing, and you can already see at a distance that the mist starts to surround you, and it gets harder to see after a few miles. So you lose sight of the shore that you came from. But as you continue going, you are completely surrounded by this blackened water that goes everywhere. The only thing you can see is the mists and, of course, the belief that Clint is going to be able to find his way, unless people help. So those who want to navigate there, as now you have no idea where you're going because of the mists, you can roll survival to see which direction you're going to go.
All
Do I
right.
have to?
I'm doing it.
Do I have to do it?
Nice.
What?
I got
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you,
We go
if
that
you-
way,
if-
Clint.
If you say so.
I'm
So
going
you-
that way. Y'all seem very confident. I'm going
if
this
you-
way.
Galen and-
if you say so, you
and
say
Fallon point
so.
the
What
same
can I do? But yeah.
I'm just here to row, baby.
Go this way.
But all
Full
right.
body.
Like
You
they
know
are right
exactly
here.
where to go. Yeah, you know exactly where to
Yeah.
go. You start to steer away a bit, but they use not only the diffuse light of the sun to try to ascertain where behind the clouds it is from time to time, but also, well, their intuition. And it is enough for you to make your way towards the northern side there.
Holy shit, Ezra does protect.
All right. So, as you make your way there, you pass through everything, and from time to time you begin to think, there might be something there. There might be something below you. Sometimes some of you look behind and see a huge silhouette, but as you squint your eyes, it's no longer there. But as you go straight towards the edge there, nothing happens. And you arrive to the other side of the lake, close to the strange sightings that seem to be something that the Vistani talked about.
I sense
Am I the only one
disappointment.
disappointed?
I sense disappointment from Conrad.
No.
Well, it happens. What can I do? The rules decide most of the things. But go ahead.
Yeah, y'all be in that 400% chance category.
That was a good one.
That is a wild
So-
roll.
So it's like, I mean, we don't know where in here, obviously, but so we have, you think, like 3 hours left of our day?
If you
If
went
it took us
fast,
an hour. Yeah.
yeah, of light, yes, 3 hours. Of travel, 4 hours.
I think now that we're back on land, maybe we should just take it at a normal pace in case we run into anything.
All right.
Especially since we're
That's a good
down.
idea.
Especially since we're down a person.
You want to aim the boat where we're walking, so Kita has a clue.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Clint will bring the boat on shore, and we'll get some rocks and with an arrow and point in the direction that they'll be heading.
I mean, she knows where we were gonna go, so hopefully.
It's just to help.
All right, then. You're there. And you're going to proceed at a normal pace.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At a normal pace, you are able to do survival checks to track things. So those who are trying to look for what this strange sighting is, go ahead, roll survival.
I was gonna be looking for the floating wizard dude. Would that be perception or investigation or still survival?
Oh, you are doing the same roll more than once.
Helen,
This is the third time you rolled the same thing, I think.
Would I be doing
Nice.
investigation
Yeah.
or perception for the wizard guy?
Perception? I think as you are traveling, you are
It's
already
survival,
using the passive perception. The survival is to find tracks to see if there's anything afloat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do survival. I'll throw my hat into the survival ring. I don't know shit
Sure.
going
You
on.
see,
in this
as
forest.
you, not only Fallon but Galen also already find signs of things tampered here, things that were burned that do not seem to denote that there was any kind of lightning here, but something that was done that was bigger than that, because there are some craters there that of trees that were destroyed. There are some indications, things that went broken, like something really hard hit it to the side. And you realize it leads to the northern side there. Clint is trying to go the other way.
No, Clint found a squirrel.
Yeah, I'm following this suspicious looking squirrel.
Clint, that's not Kita.
I don't think it's Kid. I think it might be the wizard guy that was doing the fireballs.
I think we'll be alright. Just come on.
Focus.
Me and Eastwood look at the squirrel and do the I got my eye on you squirrel as we both walk back over to the group.
All right. So you want to make your way towards the northern side there?
Making our way.
Yeah.
Normal pace. In 2 miles, you get to around here, seeing the sights of everything around. You realize that there's something that's tampering with the things here, because there are indications of battles everywhere. You find a few bodies of wolves and whatnot close to you. But after 2 miles, you go into this darkened forest here. And since you are quite aware of your surroundings and aware of the tracks, you see them coming from the northern side. Massive wolves seem to go towards you there. 6 of them running. And as they get closer and closer, something happens. You see something lightning the skies, coming from nowhere. And then this bolt of light and fire gets right where the wolves are, and a huge explosion removes part of the forest there and kills every single wolf with it. Where it came from, you cannot see.
Fallon is pulling out her bow, and she's ready.
Eastwood, I'm not like destroying Eastwood, but Eastwood like vanishes a bit so he doesn't get hurt in combat.
Right, you do so, and you start the preparations. They're taking your bows, being ready for battle, even keeping your companions safe. And it is at this time that, out of nowhere, something materializes. You hear it coming, but it's when you see that you realize what it is. In the darkened forest, still during the day, but quite dark because that's how Barovia is, you see a thing flying towards you. You see a man holding what seems to be a staff, and in one of his hands, a lightning bolt forms. He has huge black beards and black hair, and he looks towards you as floating with power coming from his hands. You are with him, are you not? You are servants of the devil. You might be.
No.
That's why you came here. Silence! I know what you are. I know what you are. Why he sent you? Why he's after me still? Why?
No, we came to you for help.
No.
Yeah, bro. By the way,
No, you did not. You did not. You see as he puts his hands on his head there, like messaging, like he's trying to think something different, but he can't, and says, no, you are not. I know what you are. You are servants of him. You are servants of him. And you will pay! And that's where we are going to start the battle here. And you need to figure out how to deal with the maddened mage. Let's go.
Can I just say he looks metal as hell?
Yeah, he looks really cool.
That's because he is metal as hell.
Now this.
All
is
right,
a wizard for
let's begin.
I think I speak for
Roll our
everybody.
initiative, or do we need to?
All right, I will actually put you guys on the map because this is actually a battle. Let's go. You are against the mage.
Now this is how I imagine like what would be an awesome like wizard for those urban fantasy deals.
All right, let's go. Battle begins, and
I still have a black screen by the way.
let's begin a battle here. You see as the mage, he's currently floating 15 feet above. And you see as lightning starts to form in his hand. But as we load here, the first one to go is going to be Clint. Clint, you are the first one here.
Okay, Clint is going to start running, all right, and cast jump so he can try and tackle the wizard and try and restrain him so he can't do the hand gestures for spells.
Well, I see. That's not how it's going to work, but yeah, you can grapple him if you want. But that not only the jump does not work that way because you can't do anything as you go by. You cannot restrain someone that's trying to cast things, sadly. But I will give you the jumping part. If you want to try to do something against the mage there as you jump across, I will do this once for you. Go ahead. You already
I'll
have
take
it.
it.
All right, so go
I'm
ahead.
just listen on myself real quick. Actually, yeah, I'm just going right now for now cast it on myself. And as I run, I'm going to try smacking him with my halberd using booming blade.
No, I will give you the tackle to see if you can
Okay.
get him
Oh,
out
okay.
of the sky there, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can ground him.
All right. Can
Or
try
I'll
shove
let
there.
you decide what I do,
So
that's
so
fine.
you know you can go ahead and
Ah,
try to shove.
fuck,
It's not
I'm
how
gonna
it works.
reroll.
That, don't worry. It's not you that does a tackle there. You can go ahead and do a shove. If he goes prone, he drops from the sky. Is that what you want to do? Trying to do a shoulder tackle on him?
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
I'm
let me
not-
see here. What's the DC? It's grab or shove. Both would do the same thing. Drop him from the sky.
I'm gonna try shoving him to the ground. I'm
All
gonna
right.
use my inspiration to re-roll that one.
No, you don't roll. He's the one that rolls against grapple and
Oh,
shove.
never mind.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's currently a +8 for 5 plus 3 of your proficiency. So the DC is currently 16. So he needs to roll lower than a 16 on dex save or strength save. So good luck. But go ahead, do the movement first, and as you jump.
Okay, so 20 to here, then another movement to get to another jump to get to here.
Alright.
As I run, I drop my halberd and jump and try to like.
All right, we always do the count because we don't even know if you are going to go and be able to do that. So go ahead. It's going to be bonus action jump, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So do your movement first. You have 30 feet of movement, so you go as close as you want.
It cost
Well,
me
he has
10
20
feet.
he has 20 feet of movement.
20
So
feet
it's up-
because you are going to use some of it to jump, right?
30 to jump to here to get to.
All right. You jump high and into the direction of the mage there, and you try to tackle him down. Let's see. Going to do a dex save here to try to get you going and not fall, but he fails. You poof, tackle him, he's knocked prone, but since I gave you this, I will also give you the fall there. He takes 1d6 points of bludgeoning damage.
By the way, my damage is
As
going to try to
do
be
you.
non-lethal.
It's all good.
You want me to do a dex save real quick?
No need. Both of you fall into the ground and are knocked prone, taking 2 points of damage from the distance fall.
I regret
But
nothing.
you drop there, poof, and the mage is currently on the ground, no longer floating above. But he's preparing to do so. What else do you want to do? I suppose there's nothing, right?
I can't do anything. I use my movement, action, and jump. I'm like, guys, do what you gotta do before he does whatever he does. And I will
Alright.
end my turn.
All right, Irina is the next one, and she looks towards you and says, "What's the plan?" And she starts to run away towards the mender. Are we beating him up?
I
Keep him held.
Yeah,
All
help
right.
Clint.
All right, she's going to try then to do a grapple to keep him on the ground there. So let's see, grapple. Hers is a bit lower. Let's see. Let's do 1 plus 3 to the 12. He needs to be the 12 here to not be grappled. And he does not. He's damn. All right. So
he's a
So
wizard,
one of
bro.
these days, he's currently grappled on the ground with 0 movement. All right. All right. And Galen, you are the next one up. You see as he prepares a spell there, it seems, start to speak some words.
Can't quite reach him. Fuck.
What's the range for it?
I need to be next to him. That's the problem.
Can you get to him?
No, I'm 5 feet short.
Ah, shit, I shouldn't have cast a jump on you. Fuck, I didn't know that was range attack.
That's fine. What? I can get close, but that's all I can do. What I'll do is this then.
Try
I'll move
not
up
to
as far as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on measuring, aren't I? 'Cause that'd be stupid of me to have that normal thing. I'll get up to Clint.
Hey, Galen.
And then just to try to boost everybody else's abilities for the round. Until I can back myself up.
All
And
right.
that'll be a Channel Divinity.
Can you just say oh, Divinity, bro?
Yep, and Step of the Night.
Oh, he does need to do something here. Wait a second. All right. He drops concentration on fly.
Yeah.
With the 1 damage that you did. The 2 damage. All right.
My plan wasn't totally stupid.
Yeah, well, I was planning in case he got away so I could chase after him.
Fair enough. I'm just.
But that's all I can do.
All right.
But
ahead.
Twilight Sanctuary is active, but I don't know why it's not.
It's all good. We can do this. But go ahead.
Please.
That's your turn. All right.
And then,
Whoa.
You can roll there.
And then-
1d6.
yeah, thank you. 1 second, let me find a blue button.
That was more.
It's plus my cleric level,
Oh.
so it's 12.
All right. 12 temporary hit points. Fallon, you are the next one up. What do you want to do?
Yep. She is not super sure what's happening, so she is gonna cast Silence.
All right.
You're like.
And I'm gonna do it so Galen is not in the circle.
All right. I gotta say, this was an amazing play for all of you there. That was amazing for sure. I really liked it, and I'm actually having some hope for this group to finish the campaign now. If you keep going like
What?
this.
No.
Look, well done.
You are-
Well done.
And he's like, oh, I had doubts you guys were gonna survive. Well done!
Yeah, well done. Well done. That's amazing.
Maybe we are the heroes.
Well done, Fallon.
Okay?
Thank you.
But go ahead.
And that's all she's gonna do.
All right, here's the thing. You see, as the Mad Mage was speaking some words to cast a spell, the silent drops. You realize what it is instantaneously. And he stops. The spell he was casting, some of you recognize. Misty Step, to get away from there. But he can't anymore. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Rocket!
That's what we are talking about, huh? Cannot cast Misty. The only thing you need for Misty Step is verbal, and he can do it. All right, let's try to get away. What can I do here? The only thing I can do is a dex save to try to get away. Oh, it's not
Oh,
dex,
no.
it's acrobatics. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Let's see his acrobatics here. Get away from the grapple. All right.
It's very acrobatic, right?
Yeah, he does so because it's a +2 regardless. So he gets out of the grapple
Is it a test?
and needs to use 15 feet of his movement that he has now to get away from here. And
Would
he
Irina
stands
get
up.
an
15
opportunity
feet.
attack?
She
I get
does.
opportunity
As he goes away here, she
Well, Clint?
does.
Or is Clint, on
Clint
the ground?
also do. Clint
Still on the
Clint also do. What Irene is going to do is try to grapple again.
Can I try grappling him? Also?
Yeah. Now with unarmed strikes, you can try to grapple, can try to shove even on opportunity attacks.
I'm trying to yell at that. Can I yell at something gets cast?
All right, this is going to be for Irina. Oh, he already failed. Come on, mage. What are you doing, my man? So he's
He's
grabbed
being a
by Irina,
mage!
and he's trying to get away. And Clint, I will do yours now. To see,
I'm gonna
I
try
mean,
and
it can happen to more than one, I suppose. Let's see. Dex save for you too. To see. Oh, come on.
Oh,
That's rough.
No.
Oh no.
I'm like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like locking his legs.
Alright, let's see if I do have something that doesn't use verbal here.
Oh wait. Oh wait, never mind.
Damn. Alright. Okay. That sucks.
We've gotten
Already has
better.
that. Alright. Yeah, you guys did really well. Yeah. So many things I can do, but I can't at the same time. Percha, what do you want to do there?
Okay. Now, I had to really quickly read up about silence, and I'm like, good, that doesn't mean I can't do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, no.
I'm
The only
going-
people it affects is the people in the bubble.
Yeah. So, I'm going to target him. I'm just going to go ahead and just make things just a little bit harder for him. I'm going to go ahead and use Mind Sliver.
Alright, nice. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Now, because I am doing this, and this is an enchantment, and it is a psychic ability, I'm using it with one less component on it, and that is going to be, well, technically a verbal component. It just happens.
Alright. Go ahead.
Damn!
Takes the damage there.
11 psychic damage.
11 psychic damage.
But he does have to roll for an intelligence save to see if it actually
He
gets
succeeds.
Not surprised.
Yeah, intelligence is a strong suit.
Sadly, I don't believe what I was hoping for will take effect because that would have to be him failing it. So, yeah.
Alright.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's fine.
Alright. That's my main action. Bonus action.
Do.
No, I don't think I can do anything because the rest of it is on my pack spell slot. So no, I can't do anything there. So for the moment, I'm just going to go ahead and move 20 feet off. No, 25 feet off to the other side, whilst facing him. And I will end my turn.
Alright. Clint, you're the next one up. What do you want to do?
Well, first I'm gonna stand up, GM. Half my movement, 15 feet.
Alright.
You know.
You do so.
And while I'm still grappling him, I'm gonna try moving him like over into this square.
Alright, you can use 10 feet to get there, 20 feet to get here, like this. Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
Alright.
And I'm
And as
just
soon
gonna
as
try
you
and-
do, Irina needs to leave her grapple away, so he's being grappled only by you right now.
Yep. Sorry about that, Marina, but I'm trying to keep him close to getting closer to Galen. And am I still within the bubble or not?
You're not.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action cast. What can I cast on him to make things proper?
Just remember what. Oh no, you're outside the bubble now.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Hex on him
Alright.
and give him disadvantage on dexterity saves. Or dexterity
It's not save,
check.
it's checks.
Or dexterity checks with it.
Alright. You do so?
So, as Clint is grappling him, you know, the talismans on his arms start to glow and kind of almost like infectiously spread onto the mage.
Alright.
So he has disadvantage on dexterity checks to get away from me.
Alright.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Irina. She's going to try to do a sweeping attack here, to do a shove, to see if she can drop him on the ground. She does so. He has disadvantage on Dex, and the mage seems to be quite aware of everything that's happening around him. Knows the spells you are casting for sure. Instead of trying to get free of it by putting his leg aside, he tries to go for strength now. Athletics.
Yes.
Alright, he's not shoved. So he's currently still there, but can't do anything. The only thing he's grappled. And Galen, you are the next one.
Well, let's see if I pull it out of my ass. Well, let's hope my friend helped me out a little bit, shall we?
Here's open.
Alright. You need to roll a d20. And you need to roll a 10 or higher.
As I said, it's a 50-50 shot, so pray to God.
Let's go. Nice.
That's good!
Alright.
Go, Ezra!
You see as the spell scroll disappears from your hand as you speak the words of power of greater restoration. The energy goes towards the mage who lies there being grappled by Clint and already working on trying to get away. Then you see as the magic envelops him and his eyes, once maddened and tweaking to one side and the other like he was searching frantically for something, stop. The light that was there, pure energy, is also gone. And then, in a moment of lucidity, he stops, looks at you like recognizing you for the first time. Not you as a person, but you as individuals that came here for whatever reason it was. And, for that reason, he just gives a sign to drop concentration on silence to Fallon as he cleans a bit of his clothes there.
I'm gonna remove my hex from him, but it's still
The
gonna
battle
be-
stops and he cleans a bit of his robes there, and you see a preoccupation with his state. He looks at himself and says, "Deplorable. What state have I fallen into? What state indeed? You, my saviors, who might you be?"
Galen, you want to take this one?
Outsiders of Barovia, I surmised as soon as I saw you, even with my maddened state, that's for sure. But there might be a reason why we're here. You wouldn't look for me in this godforsaken forest for whatever reason. So tell me,
Who are you?
to who do I owe my gratitude?
My name is Galen.
Nice to meet you,
Okay.
Galen.
Fallon will walk up and join the rest of the group and just... Fallon?
Clint.
Just gonna stay to the back, just so that she can be seen. What is the lighting conditions around here? Is it dimly lit or anything like that?
It's currently well lit, although it seems a bit darker than usual, like it's getting too dark. Everything can be seen quite easily, so yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she'll just introduce herself, and say, Percha is her name. Who might you be?
You see as he starts cleaning his robes again, puts his hand on his beard. I seem ragged, and I bid excuse for my state. That's not a state that I am usually bound to show myself in. Not to you, not to anyone. But, well, you ask my name, and I shall oblige. Some call me the Lord Mage of Greyhawk, but of course I do have a name. You might have known of me. There are works of mine going about. My name is Mordecaining. Nice to meet you.
Wait, the Mordenkainen?
If there's another one out there, I do not know. But if you're speaking about the one that creates spells and books on the matter of many of the creatures that loom about and magic itself, yes, that's me.
Holy fuck.
Language, please.
Nice to meet you. We came here seeking your aid.
My aid.
Probably a few things, but there's a primary reason.
I see. And what would be that help that you seek from me to do exactly what?
Before we get into the specifics of what we need help with, I'm going to assume your maddened state was something that was inflicted on you by the person who tries to claim this land as his own.
Well, his land is not claimed by him, but it is his at the state we are in right now. So he's no claimer, he's just the owner currently. And no, I don't suppose it was Strahd, but maybe the state I was left in when I battled him. I was way too confident in my power to defeat such a being. Although I know much about vampires, that one, was way beyond what I expected. I should have known. What did this to me was the land itself. Not only to me, but probably to many. The mists are more than just the twos of Strahd von Zarovich. They are alive. They belong to something else, something way more powerful. I still don't know what that is. I didn't have the time to do anything about it besides being mad and hunting wolves and despicable creatures to nourish myself. But now that I'm back,
Yeah. I
perhaps
look at the other three as he's saying this, and I'm instantly going to turn and say to each of them, should we maybe fill him in on the life story of Strahd that might be able to give him some clues as to maybe how to deal with Strahd from this point forward?
Well,
But I wouldn't discuss it here.
Let's but also let's get Galen what he needs first.
There's no need to discuss this in here. Please accompany me. And you see as he waves his hand, and a magical door appears right behind you. He, without much ado, just opens the door and gets inside. And from where you are, you can already see what's there. A mansion.
Hell yeah.
Clint follows.
Yeah.
All right.
Down-
You
down
do
a
so,
little.
and I will ask that we do 5 right now. So drink
Oh, yeah.
something, go to the bathroom, and then we can resume. All right?
I'll take 5. I read
Can I-
that completely wrong.
Can I say, holy shit, that went so much better than I thought it would go.
Me too. That was really well. You have no idea how powerful that he is.
I
yeah.
imagine he can rearrange our organs with the snap of a finger. And I don't mean the nice, pretty
It
way.
really
I mean,
went
like,
well. The rolls are on your side today. That I can say. I rolled terribly all the time, and you rolled well all the time. That's shows something. Nice.
I was worried
amazing.
that tackle was going to be was going to be for invading.
Yeah, another thing that I will ask of you is that you re-enter the game there because it went down, but it will be back in a few seconds. All right. At the meantime, let's take not 5 but 7 to 10, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so the game's going to be restarting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to exit out of it then.
I did too. For a minute.
Yeah, he said just refresh it.
Yeah, it just felt like that was the use for the greater restoration scroll.
I'm glad it worked.
So am I! But it was a wild card.
I'm so glad I gave him that disadvantage on dexterity. I was like, okay, his dexterity seems to be more of his bag, so maybe if I just basically force him to either stay on the muscle or just have him roll dog shit on that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, no, it was just... I felt like that was what the scroll was meant for. To give us a fighting chance.
It gave us more than a fighting chance. It just got us like an A-lister ally. I'll be back.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said that, you know, things, coincidences seem to line up.
Mm.
Because it's like insane, and you're like, why would I have this? I don't need. Then it's like, wait a minute. Sounds good to me. Let's go for it. Kind of wish Kita was here to see that.
That was such a clutch move with silence, and
Yeah.
I still can't believe he lost concentration from like 2 points of fall damage.
Well, he was a little shocked.
I guess nobody expects a 200-pound man to jump and tackle you out of the air.
Yeah, no.
I don't honestly what my big plan was like to try and grapple him and stick my hand in his mouth so he can't do spells. You know?
Yeah. Silence is very effective. So is blindness, if you really think about it.
Blindness and deafness.
No, just blindness. Deafness doesn't really help.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta really focus, but you can focus on what you're saying. You won't be able to hear, so you won't get the pitches right, but you at least get the words out.
Yeah, but remember, a lot of spells require you to say it in a certain way, in a certain manner. You know.
Not always. It's usually verbal. It just means you gotta get the words out. If he can't see the target, that eliminates like 90% of the spells because they require line of sight.
True.
My ninja figured that out a while. That was hilarious. I was like, "Hey, Dion, I'm gonna pick up some dirt, very fine black pepper and some eggs and some other stuff." He was like, "Why?"
No, I've been thinking about that. I think Batman's more of a thief rogue, so he can climb stuff easier. You know.
Monk, because monk can just climb shit.
True, but I think
I mean,
that's
he
kind
could
of
be part. He might be like an inquisitive rogue, where he has advantage on the enemy and uses an artificer for his weaponry, as well.
maybe.
Because then you'll be able to use your dex and intelligence modifier for both.
Probably an armor, maybe, or battlesmith.
Something. But he definitely would
I
be
think
more on the armored if he did, because he did a lot of bat suits.
infiltrator.
Nah.
I don't think it would be guardian.
Well, it does give him disadvantage, but it's this other stuff, like the other things that he can do. Because I mean, if he breaks his arm, it's going to be disadvantage on the attack. And having a thunder in the game and thunder in real life is not exactly helpful. The game was like boom, and then outside was like boom. And I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Still taking forever for me to load.
Well, I'm back in, but I was hoping he would be.
I'm not hoping it was a challenge. I'm glad we got him on a pushover day.
I was more of just get him down, either down on the ground or in my melee range. It was a 50-50 shot.
Sorry I didn't cast jump on you. I didn't realize that.
It's fine. You didn't know what my plan was.
I didn't know that it was the range. I thought the range was a lot greater.
I thought so too, but I looked at it like, shit, no, fuck, I gotta get close to him. That's why I got flying as well. So I could chase after him for at least a minute.
Well, goodness is I was able to get him knocked down out of the sky and removed his ability to fly.
Yeah.
That surprised me to no end. I did not expect to do that.
But yeah, no, it just seemed like everything lined up perfectly. It was like, we got this. We didn't know what it was for, and then, oh, we got this mad idiot running around. I'm like, great.
Really had a pretty good initiative too compared to him.
Yeah.
All right.
Still
All right.
stuck
I am back. Are you guys there?
Yep.
Yeah, it's still on gray screen for me, by the way, Conrad.
Sorry?
My computer is still loading. It's still on the gray screen for me.
All right. We open the share screen here. Those who are having trouble, even after close to 10 minutes, Clint. You go ahead.
I don't know what you want me to say, all right? I don't know what the hell you want me to say.
So I gotta change providers and buy a
Okay, wait.
NASA
Now
PC.
it's now starting to show. I'm getting a new PC once I get a new couch, people.
All right.
All right.
I would ship you one of mine.
Oh no.
I would ship you one of mine.
We all know that first is PC and then refrigerator and then oven in the scale of the things you need the most.
Well, right now I just want to.
House is fourth, but who cares? But all right, and Dak is.
I'm stuck sleeping on an air mattress, so I want a real bed.
Is Dax there?
Oh, I'm here.
All right, let's continue then. Now, as you helped the Mad Mage and discovered that he's not the Mad Mage, but Mordekainen. Someone that's widely known as a powerful archmage that was even able to create spells on itself. The knowledge he has of the weave needs to be extraordinary for do such a thing. And he invites you to join him into what seems to be a pocket dimension, but inside lays a mansion. And you make your way into it. Let's go.
Okay.
Sorry about the whole hexing on you, bud. That I didn't mean to go that intense on you.
You have a magnificent mansion.
Look at that plate armor.
I suppose it is magnificent. And you see a sphinx start to float about, as if invisible things are cleaning the place. You see music being played inside here. You see violins being played by itself, even pianos. But as he gets in, he goes towards one of the chairs there, sits, and tells you, make yourselves comfortable. You can speak as you see fit here. No one will hear beside us. And you see as a razor blade starts to float about and starts to tend to his beard first.
Level 20 people.
Do you have the ability to send messages to people without interference?
I mean, interference from Strahd von Zarevich? I don't think so. He is something more than a mere spellcaster, as I surmised. His control over displays is close to what a god would be capable of. Of course, he still has his limitations, but it's hard to deal with anything here, especially on the divination school of magic, which would be his domain here. But
Okay.
I
We
could
have
probably
There's
make something do.
a six. How many of us are there? There are six. There's a sixth of us who's not currently here.
As long as it's not divination, something can be done. I can probably create something that can deliver a message.
We just know she'll probably be heading this way. So
An animal messenger of some type.
I could always send Eastwood.
Eastwood can't talk.
You can carry letters.
That is
Eastwood.
true.
It's true.
Eastwood appears on top of Clint's head.
That's something that can happen, as long as nothing goes wrong along the way. Yeah.
I think I would prefer something with a little more assurance.
Fair enough. Sorry, buddy. You'll get your time to shine next time.
If she comes back
She'll come back.
and comes looking for us, she'll be on her way here.
If she's going towards here, I can at least send a signal to where she can find us, and I can prepare the groundwork. But let me finish this first. I'm dirty and I despise the state I'm currently in. Edivald! Bring me one of my cloaks and one of my attires. You see that there's nothing there, but after a while, you see floating about a cloak, magnificent, purple, and the clothing to come along with it. The other, razor blade and a bit of what seems to be a comb, starts to feel into the beard and cut it out. And you see as he changes right before you, as invisible things seem to go about and do his business for him.
to assume when you say we can speak free, in a sense, speak freely, we're not going to be, well,
We won't be
overheard.
You are not.
Okay.
This is beyond his reach.
Okay.
Well,
So, Perch is gonna just turn and go ahead and say, look, well, maybe we could use your insight on something. Maybe a way to defeat. Or maybe try to go ahead and put Strahd in his place. I look to the others and go, should we share the,
We could,
the little...
but we did come here for a reason. That has
I'm
nothing
not
to do
disagreeing.
with Strahd. So maybe we
I'm
can
not-
take care of that first.
Cool.
hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me?
I
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Dax kind of started cutting out a bit. I was like, shit, is my laptop.
No, I can hear you. It was definitely Dax. He cut out for me too.
I also have a question I would like to ask him when everyone else is done.
Alright, Galen, you do your thing. And then we'll leave my question to last.
Sorry, Percha.
Actually, mine should be last.
I can go
We
first.
came
That's
here-
everyone.
Okay.
Sorry. If that's cool with everybody, I don't want to step on toes. That
Y'all
didn't
do
make
what y'all do what you want. I'm just following you at this point because you guys are the ones that needed to come here. So
So, anyways, Mordenkainen, I just recently started being able to do magic. I've never been able to do magic. Now I got weird voices whispering in my ear, giving me magical secrets and advice to do the magical things that I did, like that weird, like, infection kind of spell on you earlier.
Seems you have a patron.
No, I don't have a patron.
You might think so, but you do. Magic does not show on people if they are not gifted from birth. I do not sense that from you. You seem to think it comes from mysterious sources. But magic can be learned or given by something to you. So you have a patron. Just don't know who it is.
I don't know if this helps. And Clint holds his hand out and tries manifesting his hex spell. And as he does, a like greenish blue like fire starts emitting from his hand with like sparks of like the runes.
Yes, definitely a patron.
Oh shit, am I a warlock like you, Percha?
You don't need to be a warlock to
Not-
have something giving you powers from beyond. That's just one of the ways that comes with a contract. Yours seems to be something else.
I look at Clint as he makes the parallel connection. I'm like, I think my circumstance is a little bit different from yours there, Clint. I don't think we should get into my little topic of what's going on with my circumstance.
Fair enough.
Unless you want death to come falling on me, the mere mentioning and talk about it.
Well, I got a healing spell ready for you.
Go for it, girl. I believe in you.
I'm not chancing it on the fact of the possibility of collapsing to the floor just by talking about it.
Galen, I think you'll. Do you want to go next?
And one of the reasons why I would... let's see. How can I describe this?
If you want to go next, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a nice way to phrase it, which is why I'm trying to work on it.
Just pull a Clint and just say it straight.
Let me see. I found out what I am, but I need to know more about my own past.
He looks you up and down, And
He notices that I'm not breathing.
yeah, he looks you up and down and stands up. You see as his beard is currently done, and the razor blade and some scissors start to cut his hair quite short. As he analyzes you, he puts his hand on your shoulder, pulls you to one side and to the other like he's analyzing maybe a piece of meat. But he seems to be knowledgeable.
Hey, your eyes are up there.
He looks at you and says, Reborn. You're brought
Yes.
back either wrongly or too late. It seems to me that something brought you back for whatever reason. What are you looking for? Memories back?
At least some memories, yes.
That's all they do. That's all of what you people do. You cling to what you lived, not what you are living. But I suppose that's only the nature of us, right? Mortals. I suppose I can be of assistance on this matter. Albeit it's only theoretical. I might have something that can assist, if you so desire. But I have no idea what kind of creatures might come out of this Pandora box of yours, if you know what I mean. Some things are buried for a reason, but if you still wanna maybe learn a bit more about your past life, I'm sure it can assist.
I would.
Very well then. Let me just finish this here, and then we can start. As for other business, what else is in your mind there? And you see as he continues, as things cut their hair there, and you see as a huge, what seems to be cloth, goes around him and gets on your way of your sight as he starts to change clothing right where you are there. You see as he shakes his hand and Percha there recognizes it as the spell that she knows. Prestidigitation. And you see as he gets clean right before your eyes too. So, what else? What else have we to talk about?
Are you just a separate topic from what I was going to ask you? Are you? You said you can tell someone has a patron and if it's contracted or gifted.
It's not like I
Have any way of
can.
knowing?
It's just that the way he explained just points to that. I wouldn't be able to recognize a warlock out there, but I do know you are one because your friend said so.
Sorry.
Yes, circumstances about for me are a little bit different to my
How so?
compatriot here. As soon as he pressures the question of how so, she kind of recoils back and just goes, I can't really say.
Strings attached, I surmise. You can talk about it because your patron doesn't allow it. Is that so?
Unless death becomes my judgment.
You see as he finishes it, you see as the things there finish doing their job, and the cloth drops to show you what the man truly is. He picks up a crystal ball and goes towards you. I can help you with that.
Fuck,
Bait?
you're like Stephen Cooler now.
Only for a moment. Would you like so? To be able to speak about it?
She starts to. I think a tear would start to develop down her eye from her right side, like as a way of like wanting to, but she's also fearful of the outcome that will come from it, and she's very hesitant to say yes, but she just whispers it softly enough to be able to just talk about it, just by saying the word yes.
Then do so, and you see as he touches you, and a wave of energy comes through your mind. You realize that all of your insecurities, all the voices that were inside your head, leave. You're not anxious anymore. You feel like never before that you are in control of your own mind. The runes you used are way too advanced, and the surge of magic that you feel denotes that it's higher power of magic, maybe 8th level or even beyond. And you realize that you're cut off from anything. He looks at you and says, "Speak. I guarantee that not even your patron is going to be able to hear what you have to say now. Not only that, but I guarantee your safety on this matter. But if your patron is petty and really wants to know what's happened here and wants to have a way to do so, well, he might retaliate. But the cat is out of the bag now. Now your only choice is to speak. So tell them. Tell your story."
She starts to relax. And if she just finds a chair that she can just finally just sit into, and looks like for the first time she starts to take the weight off of her, that she didn't have to be so wound up, held together as if she had to be tight-lid. And she just goes, "I've made so many terrible deals to go ahead and ensure the safety of not myself, but all of yous and my family. To the point where I had to go ahead and make a deal to the point of, if I do anything, that it would actually cost their lives. Also, to save these guys recently." And she'll turn around and go, "The shadow spider creature. I had to make a deal to go ahead and use my family as collateral to save yous. I don't know who she is. I just know that she's not what she appears to be.
What does she
Definitely... It's definitely in relation to the..." And she pulls, and she has the spider emblem wrapped around her wrist as such. "It's definitely in relation to this. And more so that book. So..." And she pulls out that book, and she's just gonna try to... wants to toss it, but she just puts it down to the side. Just feels so great to be able to talk about it without me dropping to the floor for once.
Clint will walk over and give Perch a hug.
If I can be as blunt as I was with Tasha long ago regarding those matters, I told her that dealing with such creatures rarely brings something good out of it. It's not worth it. You now sold yourself to something that you shouldn't. And you might think you did that to have control of your own life, but that's not what you have done. The one who has control of everything, it seems, is that patron of yours. All you did was get a little more time trying to go against the nature of things. And I will say even that it's hard, really hard, even harder than casting any of the spells that I devised to get out of a contract for patron if you do not have the upper hand. You, my friend, sadly, you are a bit beyond saving at the moment.
I had a feeling that might be the case. The best thing I can do right now is just go ahead and try to deal with the matters at hand, which is trying to resolve the problems that we're here for. And she starts to wipe away the tears around her eyes and pull herself together a bit. The only thing I do know is that with this patron of mine, she's
A royal
manipulative. And I can definitely say after that last deal there was those changes with, and she looks at her hand with all the like vein of darkness sort of along her hands going up her arms. It's definitely taken a lot on. We've all been having dreams, visions of Strahd's life as of late. And we've been learning little by little about who he is. We believe that his magic is definitely tied to the land because of some deal he made.
and
I see.
something about the Seeker, Weaver, and the Huntress.
Saw him having to. We saw our latest vision saw us battling the people from the Church of Saint Markovia around the Yester Hill tree, and we saw places where there's caves of some kind where magic or some sort of focal point where magic may lie of witches or spellcasters of some kind corrupting it in some way, maybe.
It was the way he did his magic in the vision. It was kind of like mine, and the way he got the secrets of it were from whispers, kind of like mine as well.
It was not. That I can ascertain from the
Oh.
start. There might be something else. But I'm sure that's where you're gonna find this. Did you start to get those kind of things here in Barovia, I gather? Then there's something out there that you need to look for. Something that gave you this. Sadly, I have no knowledge, not either of this lady tree that you spoke of, or anything of the sort. This place, Barovia, is a demi-plane, outside of anything that I've ever seen. I have traveled a lot, not only to Theron, but everywhere. I've been in worlds that you would not believe, worlds consumed by flame and cold, where destruction reigned or only the forests would have domain over everything. I've been everywhere, and I never seen anything like this. When I used my tower to get here, she was left outside, and I was the only one allowed in. I should have known then that there was something special in this place. And there is. You only need to figure it out. As you display things to me, it seems that the answers can be found in that vision of yours. If you get more of them, more will be revealed. And of course, the one who knows about the things that are happening here are the ones who were already here when it happened. I, not included. So I cannot help you there. But what else do you have in mind?
Do the names the Weaver and Seeker mean anything or no?
Absolutely nothing. They might be some deities that I have no knowledge about that came from here. They could be fae, they could be celestial beings, or even devils in disguise. They could be anything.
Hell, they could be just names to go ahead and obscure them from who they truly are. Just
They might.
like my patron has.
You should look into those kind of things with this sceptical eye. I myself do not consider me being good or evil. I think evil exists to balance good, as does good balance evil. But I do understand that things tend to go always a bit to the side of the evil, with chaos and greediness. They tend to change things and always eager for more power. And for that reason, I always seem to see myself often against evil, align myself with good aligned forces like yourselves, and fighting Strahd, who seem to have disrupted the balance of good and evil in this place. Here I see much more evil than good, don't you?
That just feels more pressing.
Yes. But answers can be found if you search for them. And it's only with knowledge that you really have the weapons to fight anything and defeat your enemy. I, more than anyone, should have known that. I did the exact opposite. I went in without proper knowledge, and I was defeated by Strahd von Zarovich.
Just a curious question. You said it. I know we're going off topic for a moment, but it's dawning my mind a little bit. When you said I'm beyond saving, does it mean any of the... Does that mean there's no way to maybe stop it?
There's nothing that any mortal would be able to do. Not even Elminster, my good friend, would be able to help you there. You are at the hands of the gods now. If you ever have a chance to ask for them, do so. Because that's the only power that will help you now.
Guess I'll have to go ahead and try to make a convincing argument to a god then.
I
Hearing-
suppose so.
Hearing that, she kind of walks away and just maybe sits in a bit of a quiet area just to mellow out for a while.
You said I have a patron. Is there a way I can figure out who my patron is or what the terms are to this contract you say I have?
Keep your eyes out, look for it. See if there's anything on your insight, on your intuition that leads you there, or even if your weave points to that direction. And then you will eventually find it.
My
For the
insight
time
is
being.
shit.
And keep going.
You'll fight.
Sometimes it's not really the time for you to do something. You need to wait and prepare.
Does the name Dalver Nar mean anything?
Talon sits up real straight and
Not
looks
to
at
me.
Galen. Is that what you came here for?
Wasn't entirely for myself.
That's none of your business.
I mean, you're in our group. And
I think I answered enough of your questions, although you helped me quite profusely. I suppose we need to continue this, because there's a pressing discussion before I help your friend there. What to do with Strahd von Zarovich should be the next question that none of you have asked you.
We kill him.
Kill him. If it was
Yeah.
that easy, wouldn't I have done it? I'm sure I might be a bit more capable than a band of adventures like yourselves.
Yeah, but
And I
you were
wasn't
fighting
able
a-
to do so. So there's something else about it. There are missing pieces of the puzzle that neither me or you still possess.
There's this.
It's like our it's like Purchase said, you know, Galen came into possession of a book that every time he opens it we get pulled into the book somehow, and it's almost like it's Strahd's diary, if that's something he would have even kept. He and every time we go in there, it shows us memories of his life and how he became who he is. And there's a temple somewhere in this land, and we need to find it, because I think the answer to dealing with him is probably there, or at least part of it.
I
Any
see.
ideas?
The idea would be that you continue to explore not only the book, but find the secrets that this land holds. I myself, I might be a trump card in this. There's nothing that I would like most than to destroy that vampire. But as you describe things, it seems that this land is tied to something that I do not understand. Forces beyond my capabilities. And for that reason, I must leave it to you, it seems. You have the book, and you have the means to figure it out. I can only help you as much as I could before. As much as a mortal can. I have spells, yes. I have knowledge, yes. But nothing else.
I think your skills are needed to help a young spellcaster who was seeking your consul, and maybe in some way being trained. He's was recently wounded. Is that?
And what does he want of me?
I think he wants to learn and understand his abilities. I'm only assuming, but
This big
he
goal.
was. He's present.
You speak, Bridget. You speak. My bad.
He's presently at a bit of an old abandoned fishing building near Lake Zarovich right now. He was
I see.
probably chased by you in your crazed state.
I might remember something like that. At least glimpses of it.
Boy,
My state of madness took most of me. I can only remember small things from my encounters. Where is he?
he's at a building near Lake Zarovich. It's abandoned right now.
I see. I'll make my way there, and I will see to the boy.
He could probably use your guidance. That's for sure.
I will do as much as I can to guide him through this. As for other matters, there will be a time that you will either perish here or take the battle to Strahd von Zarvich. You seem to be on your way to do so, if you keep going and do it right. I would like to be called for the final battle. Consider me your ally, and the force that will happen to be there when you call.
Yeah,
That's more than I think we could have asked for. Thank you.
you have a flare gun or something we can use to signal that we need. Yeah.
I guess my friend is trying to say, how would we contact you to let you know when the final battle does happen?
Leave a signal to the northeast of Valaki, to the eastern roads there. When you do so, I will come.
Remember that.
See as he writes something on a paper there and gives it to you. Here. And seems to be a symbol, strange, runic in patterns. Magical in a nature, probably something advanced, but doesn't really resemble any spells that you know of. Leave this marking there,
Do I understand?
and I will know. No idea. Seems to be something he might have created this sigil on his own, because it doesn't seem to be something that any of you recognize.
Dope.
As for the matter at hand with our friend reborn here, Galen, would you like to continue? I'm sure we can finish this thing right here, right now, so you can head back to wherever business you have, and I will also go back to my business.
Yes.
And let's continue. Please, sit in one of the chairs. And keep your mind clean and focused. I have no ideas what side effects this might give upon you or upon us, all that matter.
I'll take a seat in the chair. Quick prayer to Ezra before doing it.
You got this, buddy. Can I give him my inspiration die?
I thought
All right, so you sit on the chair there, and you see as the man just goes behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder. Whatever it is, Galen, know that you are an spectator if your memories start to surge. You're not really there, so there's no need to suffer. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I wish you luck. Then he puts his hand on your head, and you start to feel the concentration of magic going through you. It washes over your body, and you realize that your vision starts to go black. But the ones that are there witnessing this realize that something starts to go wrong. A strange, grayish energy starts to go off of Galen himself, and Mordekainen seems to become surprised in a way. He tries to control it with all the power of the weave he has, but an explosion of silver energy goes into the mansion itself and explodes.
Fallon is rushing over to Galen, and she's just like,
Right.
Cass?
And
Galen!
you see as not only his vision but yours also go black. And you are taken somewhere. To the mind of someone you know. Galen. Or maybe something else.
Oh shit. Fallon and Galen are down.
You disappear and appear in another place here. A new one. As you appear here, you see as the scenes form between your head. You, Galen. Sadly, you see yourself not as Galen. Of them, of him, you remember nothing. You are someone else. You are what you are. Cass. You rush through the forests, and after going to a few trees, you see a recognizable face. A woman, elf in nature, black hair. You know her as Fallon. You are hunting together here. And you two can have the scene. How's the hunt going?
Fallon is ahead of him. She looks a little younger than she is now, not much. And she looks back at Galen, or at Cass, and she kind of gives him this like sly smile and just says, "You know I had it, right?"
Sure you did.
Everything was going fine. And then you had to go and fall out of that fucking tree, and now they got away.
Yeah, it's always my fault, ain't it?
Well, if the boot fits. You know, it kills me. I learned everything that I know from you, but am I better than you at this now? And she's grinning at him the entire time. She doesn't actually mean any of the things that she's saying to be malicious. She's just fucking with him.
You... no, you're never gonna be as good as me. I nailed that landing.
Listen, just because you're 100 fucking years old doesn't mean that all that life experience that you claim to have makes you automatically better. Did you at least see where the target went before you fell out of the tree?
Yeah, he went that way. And I pointed the direction.
Fallon will look in the direction he's pointing, and she is going to kind of give him another playful look and just tell him that the last one, or whoever gets there first, whoever gets there last, has to buy dinner. And she just takes off.
And as she's turning around, I'm like, you know I always have your back. And I'm running after her to try to bait her to it.
Nice. And the scene fades. A scene, a memory of better times. When things were a bit simpler. But your memory starts to flood in. A lot of it is out of order. But there's also a lot that seem to be quite clear to you. This one, Galen, is of you talking with some strange people, hooded ones, that seems to have an authoritative demeanor to them. They look at you, and one that seems to be quite experienced, quite learned, looks at you and says, I knew you would not be capable of doing this job, and yet you guaranteed that you would. You know that we cannot let this stand. Yes. We need payment for your mistake. That was an important target, and you have no idea the trouble you brought upon us. You see, as yourself tries to talk your way out of it, tries to explain that they didn't really give you the right directions. They didn't really give you the real means to fight off the target there. And the man says, "Silence!" And you feel a sharp pain in your mind there. You have 1 week to come up with the money. If you don't, she will pay. As they disappear, and you are left there, rummaging through what can be done to get the money that you owe them. 5 times what they paid you. Where it will come from in 1 week, you have no idea. A new memory floods by. You see yourself again, but this time you're rushing through the streets, trying to pass down. Only 1 day ago you had to vanish from the sight of Helen, vanish from the sight of everyone. But you realize you were wrong. They would not come after you, they would come after her. So now you are trying to look for her, to see if she can still be saved. And you do so. You find Fallon, but you also find the people who are after her. She seems oblivious of the situation as she walks through the streets there. Those people are capable. They will do much to her. So you have to do something. You bought everything you could with your money, explosives to try to slow them down, traps, and all sorts of poisons. And you strike them down, and you start a fight against the 5 there. It goes poorly in your favor, but you manage to at least get the 4 grunts down. But the man, the powerful one, well, he has the upper hand and has you laying on the ground. He puts a sword right through your chest, and as it starts to go down, he rushes through you, and as you die, you say, "Yeah, my blade was poisoned." As you die there on the street and see the fearful expression of the man, you are sure he will die. Purple, warm venom is expensive, but it will do the job. And that's the last memory you have as Cass. And you are all brought back into the mansion there. You see Mordecai getting himself up, and everyone laying around, coming out of unconsciousness.
When Clint gets up, he runs over to Galen and Val and be like, "Are y'all two okay?"
Alan is just staring at Galen like she has seen a ghost. And she is on the verge of tears. And she just looks at him and goes, "You fucking idiot." Why the fuck did you do that?
I didn't have much of a choice.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't have done that. You should have told me. You could have told me what was going on. I would have. I would have helped you. I could have done something. And why didn't you tell me? It didn't have to be like this. If you had just told me, why was letting me in so hard for you?
Always is hard sometimes. Because you don't want to cause harm to the people you care about.
Well, the people that care about you don't want things to happen to you either.
It was my mistake. I had to pay for my own mistake. You shouldn't have.
It wasn't your mistake, though. We were in that together. I recognized those guys. You should have told me. Everything could have been different. Should have been different. If you had just fucking told me.
I did say I had your back. I didn't say I was always going to be there with you.
It's not the point. Secrets got you killed. I'm so tired of secrets. I'm so tired of people lying and not telling me everything.
I'm looking over at Morgan to see if he's okay.
Yeah. Well, oh
He's
shit! Is he
fine.
alive?
No, he's fine. He's just
Okay,
standing up and just
Wizard, I gotta
with
check on Wizard.
arms crossed there as he waits for the conversation.
Clint helps both of them up.
You can't keep secrets anymore. As Galen, as Cass, whoever the fuck you are now, we are not going to survive this. If you don't tell us what you're thinking.
Hey, Mordenkainen, what are the odds of anybody hearing this conversation?
I think
The
me
lowest
going ahead
possible,
talking
I would
about my
say.
patron.
Not her patron. I'm not worried about Purchase patron. I'm worried about her.
The that person I mentioned earlier, right?
I don't know. Fallon was the one who mentioned the name. I'm just trying to elaborate and figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
He's-
like
He's not an issue.
It is an issue.
Okay, well, him overhearing whatever this is not a problem. What's going on there is you wanna I don't have any. It's not a secret. He asked me to let him out.
Eh.
He asked, in order to come back, he asked me to set him free. That's it.
And that I cannot allow under something else.
Okay, then what?
Yeah, you remember the Dullahan?
Yes.
And you remember it cut my head off.
I do recall.
You do realize I had to make a deal too to come back, right?
It wasn't Ezra.
Oh, it was Ezra. But even her required something of me. Because of you two, and because of you two, she is worried about the balance of the planes. And my job is to stop it as much as I can.
Great.
That is the reason why I brought you here, and hope to help you find your way around it.
Well, sounds to me like Morty over here doesn't have a solution. So,
No, but it did give me a chance to tell you without having to worry about, hopefully, not having the patron who made the deal with you hear it.
Bill Vernar isn't paying attention to what's going on with me.
He may be. I'm basing this on Percha.
Well, but that's different though.
You
Purchase
don't know. I do not.
that- I didn't receive magic powers from this guy. All he did was revive me. He's not my patron. I can't do any more magic than I could before. We made a
Yes,
deal.
but
That doesn't.
Mean that he's not listening.
Second of all, I didn't realize on my part I was signing a contract with my patron. If that makes sense.
I never even
That's the
realized
thing,
that.
though, is I know what I did. I made a deal. He said, "Do this, and I'll bring you back." And I said, "Okay."
What is this that he needs you to do?
He's in the Amber Temple, and he wants me to let him out.
Promised Galen I'd help him on this. I don't think I can let that go.
Okay, well,
The thing
Well, I'm
is,
hoping
my
to find a
dear-
way to break your deal.
The thing here is, my dear, I think there might have been some little sub clause in those deals. I guess we
Fine
all
print.
made that we didn't notice on the fine print.
oh, I'm well aware of that. Why? That's what Kita and I were talking about before I ran off. Was she was telling me about the person she made a deal with, and I realized how genuinely fucked we are.
Hmm.
And that no matter what I try to do, I'm probably gonna die anyway, so I ran off.
Still got her shots.
And to top it off, I was working in the shadow while trying to help you at the same time.
Okay, well,
I just
letting
never had
him
an
out is at the bottom of my priority list right now. And if I can get out of here without having to deal with it, then I will, but
And the same goes for Kita. That's
Fallon, we
Yeah,
want
well-
that.
what was that? Sorry.
I just we want to help you, Fallon. We don't want you to have to do this deal because those things. Considering with Percha and everything else that's going on, it's a lot more complex than just simple let me out of this crystal. Right? We just want to get you out of that deal so you don't have to pay whatever consequence comes from that contract being fulfilled.
That's the thing, is part of our deal was he'd leave us alone.
doesn't mean he won't leave the civilians alone. Doesn't mean he'll leave anybody else alone.
Or won't bring a third party in that wants to harm us in on it.
That was part of it.
And
I told him, I said I would do it if he could guarantee no harm would come to us. And that includes all of you, not just me, not just Kita.
you do realize the words say a lot. To leave us alone. For no harm to come to us. You could easily go ahead and misinterpret it by going and saying, I'll leave you alone. By making you alone.
I don't know, he's pretty straightforward.
I guess we won't know until things are changed. And now I best mentally prepare for whatever consequences that come out from when we're out of this little place.
It'll be fine, Percha. I
I
believe
think you're
it.
gonna be fine.
Yeah. Clint gives you a thumbs up, and Eastwood gives you a talon up.
As I told you, Phelan, I had your back. You just didn't know how much.
Right. Well, got what you wanted.
And it's just
She'll
how I
just-
died. But as you said, there's more to it.
She'll just go and sit in a chair and just kind of bury her face in her hands. And
Clint will go to Galen and pat him on the shoulder and be like, just give it time, bud.
Sadly, there's no time for you to rummage through such things. There are many things for you to do. The much time you spend here, the more time the one that sits on the castle Strahd von Zarovich has to do whatever he likes. He's way smarter than you are, smarter even than me. And I am smart. So he has a plan. You just don't know about it. And you are the only thing between it and whatever it is that's out there. As for your dealings with such despicable creatures, well, it's on the nature of mortals to go to look for such things. But know this. Is your life really more valuable than the lives of the others that live everywhere? If what you do to save your life is more important than the hundreds suffering, then you are no more than hypocrites. Think on that. As for the time being, let's ally ourselves, and when the time comes, I hope we'll be able to fight off the lord of this land. As of now, I suppose, chop chop.
yeah,
I take that's a no to my question of there's no alcohol around here.
No.
did you ask?
Can I have alcohol?
I did, but he went on his tangent.
I was asking Morty if I
So,
can have.
should we go?
Yeah.
We had a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Until we see each other again. And thank you for your assistance.
Thank you.
Try not going crazy next time we see you, alright? Yeah?
Now that I know of it, don't worry. Won't
Too soon.
happen twice.
And before we leave, I'll be like, Fallon, I would prefer if what I told you stays between me and you and the rest, because I feel more safe telling you here. Kita can't know because I don't know if they can hear us once we leave.
I can't promise that.
I would prefer it.
I have yelled at you for keeping secrets. I've yelled at her for keeping secrets. I've yelled at Percha for keeping secrets.
Have you yelled at me for keeping secrets?
No, because you're an open fucking book and it's so easy to read. It's not even funny. I don't
Well,
need to yell at you for keeping
if it makes you
secrets.
feel better, that was the only one I had left.
I can't promise you that she won't find out. But at this point, who fucking knows? She might not even come back. So,
You're making very big assumptions that she won't come back.
yeah.
I mean-
well,
I mean, to be fair, I didn't set the bar high.
I mean, you assume Cass didn't come back. Technically, he did come back, just not as
No.
Cass.
You
that's-
see as
It's not the same.
you see as Mordekainen just starts to nudge you along to go out of
Yeah,
the
we're
door
going.
there.
We're going.
Oh.
Fallon is
And,
walking
uh,
out of the door.
Yeah, and
Fallon is walking
as soon
out
as
of
you
the
are
door.
out, he
He's
just
done.
sighs. He just sighs and eye up, and just closes the door.
I fucking hate him now. I thought it was.
Nothing to do with drama.
I want to throw a rock at this man now, but I can't because I know he'll kill me instantly. I know he'll kill me instantly. I'm not gonna throw a rock at him, but I just want to.
Yeah, Fallon is. She's walking out the door, and she just.
Don't take it the wrong
like,
way.
I
It's
can't
just
promise that.
it's
Watch
just the
the orb,
personality
pal.
of someone so powerful who bounds to be a bit arrogant. And
But hey, watch where you're putting that orb, dude.
He's already gone.
Ow.
Right.
yeah, the door locks there and disappears as if it's
He's
not
just
there
near
at
his
all.
morning kin, kind of a douche.
You really want to go ahead and have a go at a guy who just teleported us out of
Please don't
into a
fucking
place?
enemy
that's
out
not.
of the one ally we have.
I'm not. I'm just asking if it's my assessment.
Okay. Well, let's get out of here. We
Yeah.
have places to be and shit to do, and
Well, I guess the sighting wasn't Isaac related, but do we want to go ahead and check in on this whole Isaac thing, or do we want to just get back to catching up with Kita?
Let's try to catch up with Kita.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
do whatever you want. I'll go where you tell me.
Come on, Fallon, let's go.
So
Get
you
on the
make
boat.
your way back into the boat. 2 hours, no, 1 hour travel there. So you have 2 hours of traveling. If you wanna keep going to maybe hold into exhaustion, you can get there in 1 day if you travel 2 more hours. If not, you can decide
I
to
would rather not
rest.
be exhausted. We should just camp on the beach.
All right, camp on the
Maybe
beach
that'll-
it is. And it is at this point that we are going to end our session today, guys. And continue next week.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I
Nice
got
session
armor, guys. Better armor.
A nice session there. Well played, everyone. Today was a really good day. Nice silence, nice shoving down. You all did well together. Maybe the problem is
There's a lot.
James.
No.
Wow.
Definitely not.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
of
know what? I'm
course I'm
clipping in about 2 seconds.
Of course I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
I'm
that
kidding.
the whole time. Wow, it is a lot
I
more
am
peaceful.
kidding. Come on.
I
And I'll make sure to leave that part out,
See-
too.
See you guys next week. Bye bye.